I never thought my own family would throw me out like trash. But they did. It happened on what should have been a joyful morning, my younger sister Emily's birthday brunch. I had woken up early, carried bags of groceries into her downtown Portland loft, and spent hours helping her set the table with champagne flutes and pastel balloons. She smiled at me, even hugged me once. And I believed everything was okay. I was wrong. "Erica, can you pass the orange juice?" my aunt asked, smiling. "Sure," I said, handing it over while laughing at one of my uncle's awful jokes. Everyone was happy. There was music playing softly. Plates clinked. Someone poured more mimosas. Emily sat at the head of the table, glowing in a new red dress and showing off a handbag I'd never seen before. I didn't even notice when she stood up and tapped her glass. Clink, clink, clink. The room went quiet. "I just want to say something before we cut the cake," Emily said, raising her mimosa. "This is hard, but I need to be honest." I smiled, expecting her to thank everyone. Maybe she got a new job. Maybe she was moving abroad. But instead, she turned and looked directly at me. "Erica stole my $9,000 gold necklace," she said loudly. "The one Grandma Tran gave me. I found it hidden in her drawer yesterday." Every smile vanished. Laughter stopped. Forks froze mid-air. My heart nearly stopped. "What?" I managed to whisper. "Emily, what are you talking about?" "You heard me," she said calmly. "I've been looking for it for weeks. And yesterday, while I was helping clean up her room, I found it tucked under her socks." "That's not true," I said, standing up, my voice shaking. "I never touched your necklace." "Why would I?" "Because you needed money," she snapped. "You've been acting weird lately." Everyone stared at me. Nobody said a word in my defense. Not my parents, not my cousins, not even my mom who I paid rent for. It was like they were waiting for a reason to hate me. That night, they told me to leave. No warning, no suitcase, just a single bag and a slammed door behind me. What they didn't know, I was the one keeping everything together. I had paid for the rent, the electricity, the internet. I even covered Emily's graduate school tuition every month, without telling her, because I didn't want to see her drop out when Dad lost his job and Mom's business started bleeding money. I never asked for credit. I never even mentioned it. I just wanted peace in the family. I thought if I gave enough, I'd be loved enough. But I was wrong. Giving them everything only made it easier for them to betray me. They thought kicking me out would break me. Instead, it broke them. Because when I left, I didn't just take my bag. I took my name off the lease, canceled the utility bills, and stopped paying tuition. They started falling apart, piece by piece, quietly, messily, and without my help to clean it up. My name is Erica Tran. I'm 32 years old. If you had told me in March 2023 that my little sister would accuse me of stealing a necklace just to ruin me in front of the family, I would have laughed. Not because she wasn't capable of cruelty, she always had a jealous streak, but because I didn't think she could be that cold, that calculated. But she was. And the fallout, no one saw it coming. The room had gone dead silent after Emily accused me. Then it happened, just like that. Everyone believed her. Nobody asked if it was true. Not one person. My mom gasped like she'd been waiting to say it her whole life. "I knew it," she hissed. "You were always jealous of Emily." My dad looked away, like I didn't exist. I just stood there, shaking, confused, heart pounding. My mouth opened, but the words never came. I hadn't taken anything, I swear on my life. But in less than a minute, I became the thief, the disgrace, the liar. "Pack your things," my mom said sharply. Emily crossed her arms. "You don't have to come back." No suitcase, no hug, no second thought. Just one bag, my laptop, and the sound of the door slamming behind me. That night, I didn't cry. I lay on the small couch in my friend Nadia's apartment, staring up at the ceiling. It was the only thing that didn't judge me. She offered me a place to stay without asking too many questions. There was a fight, I told her simply. I needed space. But inside, something inside me broke. All those years, all that giving, and for what? I paid rent for a house I didn't even live in. Covered Emily's grad school fees while she posted fake deep quotes and poolside photos like some Instagram saint. Blessed to be daddy's favorite. Yeah, blessed, with my money. I paid for groceries, plumbing, electricity, hell, even mom's mani-pedis when her card got declined. They never asked where the money came from. They just let me pay. And now I was out in the cold with nothing. They didn't care why I'd never need to steal a necklace worth $9,000. They didn't even ask. They just needed someone to blame. And blaming me was easy. That night, something inside me snapped. And for once, I didn't push the feeling away. I opened my laptop. And I started unplugging everything. Mortgage autopay, cancelled. Utility bills, gone. Emily's tuition payments, shut down. Every last dollar I'd been sending them, cut off. I didn't leave a note. I didn't warn them. I just disappeared. And for the first time in years, I felt light. No pressure. No guilt. No, Erica, can you fix this? No one treating me like I owed them everything just because I was the responsible one. But that peace didn't last. By day 10, chaos came knocking. A message from an unknown number popped up on my phone. Did you cancel the power? The Wi-Fi is down. Emily has midterms. Fix this. No greeting. No asking if I was okay. Just yelling like I still lived down the hall with a broom in my hand. I didn't reply. The next day, my dad called. I let it ring. He left a voice message, his tone confused, not angry. Just, off. Erica, I don't know what's going on. We're getting calls from the power company, the gas, even from Emily's school. She says her account's locked for non-payment. Can you call me back? I almost laughed. Payment issue. They still didn't realize I was the one keeping the whole house standing. By day 12, my inbox was flooded. Overdue notices, disconnection warnings, emails from Emily's university saying her enrollment was suspended until further review. And on day 14, the penny finally dropped. I got a text from Mom. Erica, I don't know what's happening. I didn't know you were paying all that. Can we talk? Just that. No apology. No, I'm sorry we didn't believe you. Just, can we talk? I stared at the screen, phone heavy in my hand. No, Mom, we can't. Not until you learn what it means to lose the one person who held you up while you pushed her down. When I heard the banging on the apartment door, my heart stopped. Erica, open this door right now. I didn't move, just stood there, breathing quietly, watching my mother through the peephole. Her face was red, eyes wild. You ungrateful brat, she shouted, fists pounding harder. We gave you everything, and this is how you repay us. I didn't speak. I didn't blink. She kept yelling. You think walking away makes you strong. It makes you pathetic. What she didn't know was, she was yelling at the wrong person. I wasn't the thief. I wasn't the liar. I had been the bank, the maid, the fixer. I had paid for the heating in her house, the groceries, the pedicures she posted on Instagram with captions like self-care Sundays. With my money. And still, I was the one they threw out. She finally gave up and left, muttering curses as she stormed down the stairs. I stayed frozen by the door long after she was gone. No tears, just silence. 2 days later, my phone buzzed. I almost didn't check it, but something made me look. A DM on Instagram. From Erin. Erin, our old neighbor. I hadn't heard from her in months. She used to babysit Emily and me when we were kids. Ran a photography business from her garage. I almost ignored the message. But the preview stopped me cold. Erica, I need to show you something. I heard what happened. I have proof. My fingers trembled as I opened it. An audio clip was attached. I pressed play. At first, it was just background noise, girls laughing, wind blowing, music playing softly. Then Emily's voice, loud and clear. Of course, I planted it in her drawer. I needed people to see Erica for who she really is. Mom always says she acts perfect. Let's see how perfect she looks once she's kicked out. I froze. My stomach twisted. I could barely breathe. She said it. She framed me. I let the audio play again, and again, until I had every word burned into my brain. Erin sent another message. She was talking to a friend in the backyard while I was testing my audio equipment. The mic picked it up by accident. I only realized what she was saying when I reviewed the sound last night. I messaged her back immediately. Can I use the clip? Her reply came fast. Already sent it to the university. People like her don't deserve to get away with something that cruel. I didn't know whether to cry or scream. But one thing I knew for sure, justice had finally started to move. 3 days later, everything changed. Emily was called into a disciplinary hearing at her university. Her once busy Instagram, silent. No brunch pics. No, steady grind, captions. No fake smiles and product promotions. Just darkness. Mom's Facebook also changed. Gone were the cheerful posts about her perfect daughter. Now there were vague quotes about betrayal, forgiveness, and loyalty being a two-way street. The truth was spreading, and I didn't have to lift a finger. The audio didn't stay hidden. It made its way through group chats, landed in student forums, slipped into campus gossip like wildfire. Professors who once smiled at Emily now avoided her in the hallway. Some friends unfollowed her, others sent me quiet messages like, "I'm so sorry, I didn't know." It was like watching her perfect mask slowly crack. And honestly, I felt nothing. No joy, no revenge, just relief. For once, people were finally seeing her the way I always had. Emily's world fell apart faster than she could blink. The same girl who bragged about her brand deals and perfect GPA, who posed in coffee shops pretending to study, suddenly became a campus joke. She tried to spin the story, of course. That's what Emily always did, control the narrative. She posted a black and white photo of herself with streaked mascara and a long, dramatic caption about family betrayal and being misunderstood. Then she turned off the comments. But it was already too late. The truth had already sunk its teeth in, and it wasn't letting go. The final blow came days later. Suspended. For academic dishonesty. Not just for framing me, but because this wasn't her first offense. Apparently, she had plagiarized a term paper the semester before and gotten away with just a warning. Not this time. This time, the university didn't hold back. When she got home, I heard she collapsed on the living room floor, sobbing. Mom panicked, yelling, blaming the school, blaming me. Ed, Mom's husband, just sat quietly at the kitchen table, holding a cup of coffee with both hands, staring into it like it held answers. The house that used to be loud and full of fake happiness for the internet was suddenly silent. Empty, cold, and then the bills started coming. They couldn't keep up. Mortgage, overdue, gas, cut off, water, limited, electricity, gone. Mom called the electric company in a frenzy. I know, because the account was still in my name. They told her the account had been closed. Permanently. For years, they had depended on me, my money, my help, my silence. But I wasn't saving them anymore. Because for the first time, I was saving myself. At work, my manager Mr. Landon noticed the shift in me. He pulled me aside one afternoon. "You've been solid through chaos, Erica," he said. "You deserve a fresh start." He offered me a promotion, plus a relocation package. I accepted on the spot. Now, I live alone in a bright apartment on the 12th floor of a downtown high-rise. I wake up to sun spilling through tall windows. No yelling, no guilt-tripping, no one gaslighting me or twisting my kindness. Just me, breathing, healing, building a life that's mine. And for once, I didn't feel bad for it. Not even a little. 2 weeks after settling in, my phone rang. I didn't recognize the number, but something told me to answer. "Hey, sweetheart," a warm voice said. "It's Melissa, your aunt." I blinked. Aunt Melissa, the same aunt my mom called crazy and jealous. The one they said ran away because she was unstable. "I saw your name in that student forum story," she continued. "I've been watching quietly for years, and I think it's time you knew the truth." "What truth?" I asked, suddenly sitting up straight. She took a breath. "Your grandmother, your dad's mom, left a trust fund in her will. It was meant for you. Only you." My chest tightened. "What are you talking about?" "She passed when you were 12. The money was supposed to help you with college, a business, a future, but your parents told the lawyer you were too young. Said they'd manage it for you, until you were older." She paused. "But Erica, that money was never theirs." I felt the floor drop under me. "How much?" "Just over $85,000, she said softly. "Your grandmother didn't want you to struggle the way she did. She wanted you to start your life with something. I didn't speak. All those years I was starving myself to cover their bills, skipping out on things I needed, carrying the weight of their messes. And they were sitting on my future like it was theirs to spend. Melissa helped me file the paperwork. The lawyer confirmed everything. They verified the will, the fund, and who it belonged to. 2 weeks later, I got the transfer. For the first time in my life, I wasn't just surviving, I had options. And the people who stole from me, they were finally feeling what it's like to be left behind. The moment I saw the full amount in my bank account, I just stared. $85,000, every single dollar now mine, legally, finally. I sat on my couch, wrapped in a blanket, phone still in hand, and felt something shift inside me. Not out of revenge, but something deeper. Peace. Not because they lost, but because justice found me. I wasn't angry anymore. I was free. With the trust fund secured and my job paying more than ever, I started to dream bigger than just surviving. For the first time, I asked myself, what do I actually want? The answer came one night while watching a video on budgeting for women. It was stiff, robotic, no emotion, no realness. Asterisk. I leaned back and said out loud, I could do this. But better. And that's how it started. Money Made Clear with Erica. That was the name of my channel. I filmed my first video in the sunny corner of my living room, city skyline glowing behind me. My voice shook a little as I looked into the camera. The title, they called me a thief but I was the one paying their bills. I uploaded it at midnight. By sunrise, it had exploded. But in trying to break me, they gave me the very push I needed to rebuild, this time, for me. Now, I've built a life they can only watch. But never touch. A few months ago, I saw a post online. An old classmate of Emily's had shared one of my videos. The caption read, her sister tried to ruin her, and now she's out here saving lives. Crazy how life flips. I paused, staring at the post. Not out of pride, but peace. Because I no longer need to prove anything to anyone. I don't need apologies, explanations, or fake reconciliations. My life speaks for itself now. And if you're watching this, if you've been lied on, blamed, or betrayed by people you once trusted, let me tell you something. You're not alone, you're not crazy, and you are not weak. You're just at the beginning of something bigger. Because the moment you stop shrinking to fit their comfort, the moment you choose yourself, is the moment you start to bloom, too. So if this story touched something deep in you, if you've ever been the scapegoat, the helper, the one who kept it all together but never got the thanks, then this space is for you. Like, share, and subscribe. Because your breakthrough, it might just be one choice away.